Hi everyone. Oh my God. So I was like 2 minutes into this episode and my phone kept going off with somebody being at the front door. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I heard the doorbell from all the way back here in my room. And Alicia's home because she's on vacation. So like I fly out there and I see that she's in the kitchen with her headphones on. And the screen door was open, so like the indoor door was like open so the dude could see into her in the kitchen. She's doing like food prep or something. He could see that there was somebody there, but maybe he thought that he was being ignored. So anyways, like I thought it was somebody dropping something off and that they were waiting there for a signature, and because she couldn't hear, like they were walking away. And so like I ran out of my room and I ran out of the front door, and then I realized, nope, nothing needs to be signed. This is just some motherfucker wanting to see if we needed our roof fixed. And so I had to pretend to be interested for 2 minutes. I was like, just give me your card and we'll call you if we decide we want to do this. And they're so like fucking persistent, and I didn't want to be rude, but I'm like, go the fuck away. And then, of course, I come inside and I shut the front door and I lock it and I lock the screen door. And I go into the kitchen and I'm like, excuse me. And I tell her what just happened. I was like, so I have shut the front door so that I don't have to answer it anymore. And she's like, okay, thanks. My God. Oh, I hate talking to people. I really like fucked that one up because I've had a good record going for avoiding people. Like I call them solicitors. I don't know if that's what people here call them, but I think I picked that term up when I was stationed in England. They were called solicitors, like people who come by and want to sell you shit or convince you to do something. I don't know. Like, what the fuck is this? The 1990s? People need to stop going around the neighborhood and knocking on doors, offering whatever the fuck they're offering. Like, just stop. Stop doing that. Stop it. All right. Well, where am I? I'm just starting. Did anybody hear how Evil Dick might be dying? Now, I have never wished for anybody's death, but wait a minute. Well, I did almost push my mom off a mountain when I was a kid. I think that kind of counts, but I didn't do it. So does it count? I don't know. Yeah, it does. But I've never wished anybody's death. I have come across some horrible motherfuckers throughout my life. And I don't sit there and wish death on somebody because I don't like putting that kind of energy out into the universe. But I am putting the I hope evil dick fucking croaks soon so that we can move on to the next phase of this evil bullshit that's happening around us. And I was watching this one channel, the channel Midas Touch that I mentioned to the last episode, and some of that shit's hilarious. Like they're showing like these blurry pictures of him, like they're Bigfoot shots, and like it's just all dumb. Like I really hope he's like croaking, you know? Sorry for however that sounds, but also not really that sorry because I despise whatever that thing is that's inhabiting that thing's body. Anyways, so I had a very interesting visit with Bella this weekend, but before I get into that, so my other niece, Madeline, had taught Bella how to like take a picture of an animal, and then I guess you can, like, it comes up with like what breed it possibly is based on like its looks or whatever. I don't know. I was thinking to my, because she's like, let me try it with your cats, and I'm thinking this is gonna be kind of like this isn't gonna work. Um, Like, there's no app that can do something like that. Well, anyways, it turns out that we have two mutts, which, aka tabbies. They're just plain old tabbies, and those are the geriatric cats that we have. But then the other two, so Phil is a short-haired Turkish van. And I'm like, oh my God, this shit is actually true. Like this, whatever she did worked because there are pictures of him. They look just like him. And apparently he's like a breed. Like we have a breed kitty. We've never had like a full breed. Um, and he's worth money too, but I don't want to sell him. And then Phil aside, I love you, Phil, But Apollo, my soul kitty, is a Bombay cat. Can you fucking believe it? Do you know what a Bombay cat is? I'll tell you. By the way, that's a full breed too. And Bella was showing me like the characteristics, like they come up with like what breed they are, like all of the stuff that you can find under a breed. All of those pictures look just like him. And the description fits his personality like exactly. So we have two breed kitties. Breeded, full breed, I don't know what to call them. They're not mutts. Anyways, let me tell you how great this cat is. So, I've always wanted an orange Scottish fold, and now I'm wondering, does my future hold more Bombay cats because they're all black? So, they are affectionate, playful, intelligent. They're known for their black coats, their golden eyes, and I guess they have this like rare thing where like all of their Tootsie Pads are black. And sure as shit, all of his are black. And they resemble miniature panthers. So I guess like back in the 50s, some lady was like trying to create some breed that looked like a black panther, and I don't know what two cats she combined. But then I guess she got her result in the form of a Bombay cat. So, um where am I? Okay, so do 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 do. They're known as Velcro kitties. They're known for being super friendly, outgoing. They thrive on human interaction. They follow their owners around the house. They need companionship quite a bit. They like to play. They're trainable. Apparently, this breed plays fetch. Like, that's an actual thing under their characteristics. And this motherfucker plays fetch. Like, I've never seen a cat play fetch before. Um, like, I can't believe, like, we fucking have this cat. And so, what else is there? Is there anything else? Um, oh, so like, sorry. I guess my brain is just, well, it's a little bit better, but not much, but a little bit. But anyways, so they are very needy, apparently. And I've discovered there's different kinds of neediness. Like there's the Caesar, our geriatric. He's needy in like kind of an annoying way. Like I wake up and he's there, like he's just there all the time, like desperate for attention. And, like we give it to him and stuff, but like it's a little bit annoying sometimes, especially when he's like up your ass all the time. I'm like, dude, there's like three other cats and one other human in this house. Like, please, can I just like do some things? And then I feel guilty about that. But like this kitty, Apollo, he's needy in like kind of like a subtle way. And so I was reading more on it, and they're very loyal, but they don't like to be left by themselves. And if you were to go away on like trips or something, or if you were somebody that like you worked all day and they were home, like they would have some separation anxiety. And so this explains why this cat follows me everywhere I go. And I loved Hades. I loved him so much, my original soul kitty. And I never thought that there could be another cat like him again, and there never will be. But I had always wanted Hades to just kind of follow me around a little bit more. Is that weird to say? 'Cause like cats make me feel loved. And I think it's great, like, to be the center of a cat's universe. Like, how wonderful of a feeling is that? But, anyways, so that's why they call them Velcro kitties, is because every time you look around, there they are. And when they want things like to be fed or to play, they're not in your face about it, like meowing. They're just like kind of off to the side, making little noises, like, hey, do you mind? So, like, they even have manners. I can't believe that we have two breeds and they are just like found like randomly. Um, isn't that cool? Does anybody else out there have a Bombay cat? If you do, can you tell me like what yours are like? Like in if anybody has a female Bombay, I never want to get a female cat ever again. But I'm curious to see like what those might be like. But anyways, like this is just fucking great. This is so great. I have a cat that's gonna need me for the rest of his life. Like really need me. What does that say about me? No, I don't think that says anything. Okay, anyways, so if you want a mini panther, uh look into those kinds of cats. I just can't believe this. This is just the greatest thing. I've never had a full breed of anything. Anyways, where am I at with time? Okay. So this past weekend, our niece Bella visited. She's the 16-year-old. And this actually was like a really good visit, but also I did some things that I don't usually do. And they may sound like nothing to some of you, but they were really a lot to me. So, first off, I spent the majority of the time with Bella. Like, Alicia has just been fried from work. Like, she gets a week off. She's been waiting for it. And Friday was a long day for her. On top of that, going and picking Bella up like over an hour away, bringing her here. So, like, Alicia was just kind of fried. So, I spent like most of the time with Bella. I actually didn't mind, which is weird. And so the last time Bella was here, I asked her if she'd ever heard of Myers-Briggs type testing, and I explained what that was. I gave her the website that like the lots of like the one of the top websites that you can go to get like a free profile, but they're not bullshit. It's not a bullshit website. I don't know how else to explain it. So anyways, um because she was talking about getting to know herself and like the stuff that she's learning about herself, blah, blah, blah. So I offered up Myers Briggs. And, like I've offered that up to many people in the past, and maybe a few here and there actually look into it. So I wasn't really expecting much. Um, but she comes back and she's like, she took it. She had Madeline take it. She had her mom take it. And it turns out Bella is an INFJ, which is what I am. And I have been wanting to find in person INFJs ever since I found out about mine years ago. Years ago, I found this out about myself. And every, like, I don't even like I spent a whole like this was like a whole thing with me. Oh my God, when I found this out, like I was trying to get coworkers to take the test. I was like suspecting like could you be an INFJ? And then I was having this person take the test. It was ridiculous. I was desperate to find somebody like me. And at the end of the day, I was like, well shit. I still feel kind of like alone on this planet because now I have more of an explanation for like myself, but where are other people like me? And this might offend some people. I don't mean it to be offensive. It's just my opinion, but go and read what an INFJ is all about. Characteristics, how they are at work, how they are with people, and tell me that that's not autism. Like I'm not saying that like there's 16 types. I'm not saying that all of them describe autism because I don't think they do. But I really feel like the INFJ screams autism, just like highly sensitive people, that's just autism. Borderline personality disorder, that's fucking autism. Um, Empaths, that's autism, in my opinion. So when she said that she was INFJ, I was like, oh my God, no wonder we get along so well and we talk about all kinds of things. Like her brain is just as weird as mine. And I have like way more decades on this planet than her. So, but her brain works just like mine, and so we found like a lot of things to talk about that we both enjoyed that we haven't been able to talk about with anybody else. Um, it was the best. It was just the best. And age knows no bounds. Cause I asked Bella, I was like, do you think it's weird that like I'm 42 and you're 16 and like cuz I don't know how relationships work like with older adults and kids. I don't fucking know. And she's like, "No, I don't think it's weird at all." She's like, "I've always wanted to kind of just find somebody that gets me." And so that's really cool. Now, when they come up, we try to find places to take them because, especially Madeline, because she's outgoing and she likes to go like see and do things. So I asked Bella if she wanted to go for a hike at the state park that me and Alicia got married at, and she's like, sure. So I figured that would give Alicia some alone time for a couple of hours because she almost never gets the house to herself. And by the way, this is only the second time I have driven with a child in the car, and this was a different child. And everything went fine for the most part. So, anyways, we get to Green Lakes and we ran around. Oh, Green Lakes, I said what it was. Well, you don't know where I live. So, anyways, Green Lakes, that's the name of the state park me and Alicia got married at. It's our favorite, 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 favorite. And whenever me and Alicia go there to hike, I'm just kind of used to Alicia's turtle pace. Like she just walks like a fucking turtle ever since I've known her. Just a turtle walker, so slow. And Bella started off walking at my pace, and I was like, oh my God, finally, somebody who walks as fast as I do. Like, this is fucking great. Like, can this get any better with this kid? And then we get to about the halfway point, and my POTS starts kicking up. It was only like mid 70s, so it wasn't too hot, but I was starting to get overheated, and I was starting to have a hard time keeping up with her. And I'm like, what is happening to me? And so the back half of the hike, I had to take a few breaks, and I was like, oh my God, I feel like the kind of people I used to make fun of when I was a kid. Now I get it. Now I understand why older adults like can't really do like as much as like younger kids can. I don't know. I just felt like I didn't like it that I couldn't keep up with a 16-year-old. She walked so fucking fast. And maybe I'm out of shape, but like I have been speed walking my entire life, except when I'm with slow people who walk like turtles. But other than that, I don't take my time. Like when I need to go somewhere, I go there. I'm not trying to walk slow to get there. I just need, you know what I mean? It's just normal for me to walk fast. There's lots of people that walk fast. Uh-oh. My mouth needs to my brain. Hopefully nobody's listening to this. Anyways, I met my match. Um like my upper thighs are just like so sore still. And it's been like a few days since we went on that hike, but like it got to where everything from the waist down was numb. Like I could see that my legs were moving and like walking almost as quickly as she was. But like they were numb. I was like, this is weird. And she was nice about it, like, but anyways, so I don't know how I feel about that. Um, Then, so we get into the car, and I'm thinking we'll go to the Dunkin' drive-through to get her the coffee that she wanted, some like seasonal pumpkin thing, and then we will go home. But no, we get into the car, and for some reason she started talking about PetSmart, and I'm sitting there just trying like to catch my breath because of that workout that I didn't know I was going to get. And she asked if there was a PetSmart around here, and I was like, yes, there is. And she's like, can we go? And she already knew at that point that I don't know my way around this area, even though I've lived here for so many years. And so I was just honest with her. I was like, well, okay, but you should know, like, I've never driven to PetSmart by myself because I don't drive on Erie Boulevard. I just don't. Alicia does all the driving pretty much, unless I'm driving my own car. And I said, so I guess this will be an adventure. And she's like, that's okay. So I made it to PetSmart. I don't even remember the drive. I just remember, I don't know if I like, I don't know what, if I live my soul left my body. I don't fucking know what happened. I just know that like 1 minute I was in the Green Lakes parking lot, and then the next minute I was in PetSmart, and I don't remember how I got there. I was so anxious. And then we go into PetSmart. And it was a win for me too because I've always wanted to go in with somebody who likes to take their time and walk around and just watch the fish live their lives and then go on to the next, like exhibit or whatever you call them. And Alicia doesn't really like to take her time like that. So, and by the way, I don't have any friends in person that I care to do anything with. So that's why I'm always with Alicia. And I don't mind that. But anyways, so that was like kind of nice. We went into PetSmart and we took our time and we walked around, and then we left and we walked down to Marshall's because she wanted to like look around in there for a bit. And then after that, I took her to the Dunkin' drive-through, and then we went home. And then I needed an hour to calm down. I took a shower to wash the anxiety and the grossness from that hike off of me. And I don't know, like I felt really, really anxious even when I got home. I've never done anything like that before. I feel kind of anxious talking about it now. And all I did was just take a kid for a hike into a couple of stores, and people with kids do this shit on a regular fucking basis and don't even think twice about it. Um, And, I told Bella, I was like, just so you know, my anxiety is mine. Don't pick this up. Don't take any of your own. Like, if you have your own anxiety, that's fine. But, like, don't let me be the example of, like, being afraid of the world. I hope that makes sense. And she knew what I was talking about. Because, like, my mom made me afraid of the world. She was afraid of everything. And even though she was a major bitch, and it's just weird. But, anyways, so that all happened. And that was all very new for me. And I guess like the way that this is gonna go is we're gonna start probably going on like little road trips, and she's gonna want to go with me because it seems like they like me a little bit better than Alicia as far as like conversation wise. And I don't know. I don't know if it's because like my nieces and I are autistic and Alicia's not. I don't know. I don't think that's that big. I don't know. I should stop talking about this. I just wanted to share that. God, why did I record? I really thought my brain was working. But anyways, so that's a milestone. Another one I didn't know I was gonna be happy about. Well, I'm gonna move on from this conversation that I'm having with myself. But anyways, I'm really liking Bella, and I like our late night chats, and I just feel so grateful that there is another soul in my orbit that gets me and that I can talk to in person. Um, and like learning about how much we're alike is just so cool. I learn a lot from kids. They're so smart. But anyways, that's really all I got on here to say is we got some breeds that we're not going to sell, and I traveled around with a child in the car. Oh, also, there was this documentary that I watched last night. I think it was on Hulu. It was about the Wizard of Oz, like the ruby slippers that Dorothy would wear. I guess she had like four different pairs of those or something like in the movie. Has anybody seen that documentary? Like somebody paid $28 million for a pair of slippers that were made for 15 bucks. Like there was this whole auction and millions, like people, $28 million for a fucking pair of shoes so that you can look at it. Like, what the fuck? And then there was this other dude that had his slippers stolen from him because remember, there's four pairs, and he was all butthurt about it for like 13 years. And then it was like when he got them back because they were stolen. Well, I think I just gave the plot away. Oops. Well, too late. I can't go back and re-record or edit. But just think about that for a moment. $28 million for a pair of ugly ass looking ruby red slippers. Isn't there something wrong with that? $28 million. Do you know what $28 million could do for people who need resources for the houseless population? Um, $28 million went to a pair of shoes. This world doesn't make any sense to me at all. At all. Um, I just don't get it. And I'm really stuck on this because it's not right. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like somebody has so much money that they're willing to pay like this much for these slippers for fucking what? For what? It's weird because it's like older men that have these things and they were slippers worn by like a little like a teenager or something in like that Wizard of Oz movie. So like what does that say about those older men? Like this fucking weird to me. This episode is just so strange, I'm sure. So I'm just gonna end it now and let you know that this is all natural. I'm not on anything except for some caffeine and I feel a little bit less burned out. Um Not that anybody asked, but anyways, I hope something in here was relatable. And can somebody please tell me if they have a Bombay cat so that we can talk about our cats? Okay, thank you. I think thank you for listening. Okay, bye.